Yeah, feels good to get a dub on our home court in front of our fans. I thought we had a really good crowd there. I thought we grew up and we rebounded. We rebounded, but we bounced back from our Notre Dame loss, and I thought we played together. Was it a perfect game? No, it's not going to be, but I think we got better, and we just got to keep taking steps forward.
You had not you had not been shooting the ball great from three-point range for the season. In the first half, I think you were 2 for 9, but then everything flipped in the second half. Was that better shot selection? Anything behind that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a little bit of shot selection, inside-out threes. They were trying to take away the paint, so we started kicking it out, and we were taking high percentage shots. I mean, we started out this season shooting really well. I mean, it was just like the few games here and there. We were still shooting. Before this game, I think it was almost 30%. It was like 29.9% from the three. So it wasn't terrible, but this is going to help us. Making 10 threes at 40% was really good. And we were able to shoot them out of that zone, too.
Brianna, you had 15 points tonight, but you made a lot of other hustle plays that don't necessarily show up in the box score. You had that block in the corner. Talk about how you were feeling tonight. It seemed like the whole team had this kind of infectious defensive energy. But how are you feeling tonight out there?
I feel great. I feel like I've come back from the past games. I've had my downs, but my teammates have been pushing me to play harder and to just keep pushing and keep installing confidence in me. So just flying around, doing all that, we all get happy and loud. So I just love seeing the team hype.
And then, Coach, could you comment on Brianna's performance and then just the performance of the defense in general? I know you've been working on the zone defense. It seemed like it was really working tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said in the locker room. Welcome back, Bree. Bree's very talented. I think, freshman year, and Mo can attest to this, having gone through freshman year last year, there's ups and downs. You got to weather the storm. You got to figure out, the ACC. You got to figure out how to play when you're tired. You got to figure out so many things. Your body's tired. You're mentally tired. So she just had to, get back on track, and I think she did. I mean, it wasn't like she wasn't playing hard or anything like that. It was just sometimes you get into, situations where you're second-guessing yourself a little bit, and we just have to continue to remind her, she has a bright future here, and she's a really good player. She plays multiple positions. She's physical. She can do multiple things, and she's going to be a big part of our success. So it was good to see her get back on track tonight.
Bree, has coming off the bench changed the way you approach the game? Has it made it any easier for you to sit back and watch the game for a while before going in?
Not really. I just know when I get on the court, I need to play my hardest and be there for the team, do whatever the team needs me to do.
Kamora, you had 8 assists, almost had a triple-double, but you really looked to be trying to get your teammates involved. You didn't force any shots. You probably passed up some shots you could have taken. Were you just trying to what was your mindset with that tonight?
Yeah, I think that most of all for me, it was just pushing the pace and keeping everybody going and not letting up. And so I think when I get in transition and I get on fast breaks, that everyone tries to stop me. So then I know that I have to kick the ball out, make the right decision, don't force a shot if there's a better one open. So, yeah.
Coach Yanta's been out for a few games now. Do you have an update on her status? And then obviously with her out, Kamora's had to play a lot. She played 40 minutes tonight. How comfortable are you with leaning on Mo that much?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get Yanta back soon, but, I'm comfortable leading on Mo like that. I just hope she's comfortable. But, no, I mean, she is. She's used to playing a lot of minutes, and obviously Yanta, when she comes back, that'll help. We play them both together, and also we can get Mo out of the game. We have another point guard that understands the system, can get us organized, things like that. So, but Mo's going to do whatever she needs to do to help the team. That's what kind of kid she is, and great players play minutes like that. You just have to be able to do that, and she does a great job of, recovering and taking care of her body and things like that. But it would be nice to be able to spell her at times and also get her off the ball and, run some different things there. So hopefully Yanta's back soon. But we've always had next woman up mentality, and that's just who we are. So we'll see. I don't really have an update, but hopefully soon.
Mo, we've talked a lot about turnovers this season, and when you play at a fast pace, there's going to be some. But then in the second half, you guys kind of cleaned it up, and it seemed like the ball was moving very quickly. You guys are sharing the ball really well. How big of a key is that just to keep the ball moving and not having it stick as much?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of our game. We want to play fast, but we also want to do it under control. Turnovers have obviously been something that's plagued us this entire season, and so we've been really working on that. But coming out of the half, we were like, we have to limit the turnovers. We have to possess the ball because every possession matters in ACC play. So, yeah.
Obviously, for you guys, first ACC win of the season, but before, obviously, not the performance that you guys wanted at Notre Dame. Kind of what have the past couple days been like for you guys, and how pleased were you guys with the response from the team?
Yeah, I think that for me, the biggest thing was just keep leading. Like, we're going to hit adversity, we're going to hit walls. Just like in the game when we went up, I think 10 points, they came back and they got it within 3. Like, just being able to respond to that and just thinking next play mentality. Like, don't get in that hole. Don't think, oh, here we go again. Like, just keep going and keep pushing. So, yeah.
And when they made that run in the first half, kind of what was the response from you guys in the locker room?
Yeah, we just came together. We came to the locker room. We always put a couple things up on the board that we need to fix before we go back out. And I think everybody just locked in and bought into that, and then we just went out and executed.
Coach, did you bring, I know there are new players on each team, but did you bring up the last game with Wake at all?
Oh, yeah.
Getting ready for this one?
For sure. I mean, I think, who's to say, but I think we would have had a shot at the NCAA tournament if we didn't lose in the ACC tournament to them. So we talked about that as a little bit of motivation. But just, it doesn't really matter who you're playing. I think, honestly, I believe that we can beat anybody in this conference, and I believe that we can lose anybody in this conference. So it's about us and our intent and also competing for 40 minutes and weathering the storm when other people are going on runs or whatever and just stopping the bleeding. And I think we grew up. I really do. They made a punch. We punched really well to start. And then they punched back, and then it kind of was a close game, and then we punched again. Then they punched back, and then we punched and separated ourselves. And I think that's growth for us, and we just have to build on that.
You don't often have a weekend in season where you don't have a game. You have a full week to prepare for Clemson. How do you plan to use that time?
Yeah, I mean, we have a bye week, which is great. I think, it's always good to regroup and also go into a bye week off of a win. We have some momentum. So obviously we need to take care of our bodies. We had kids that played a lot of minutes, so they got to recover. But then we also got to work on ourselves, work on our individual development, and then work on practice, work on us. And then next week we'll start to prepare for Clemson. Thank you.